Oh, here we are.
Suck money, baby. Where you at? Where you at?
Oh man,
Where you at?
Wyland man.
Wallet man. What y'all? Hey, welcome to the I Snuck Here podcast, man. Yeah. Hey. Hey,
Yeah,
you know
I'm
we had
trying
to
to
do
keep
it
it
different,
straight
baby.
face.
You know you had to do it different, baby. When you do 3.8K, baby, you come in with a little. I had to put my hair on today. You know, I had to put my hair on today. We here for special
Yeah.
situations. We got some good news today. We got some special guest hosts. We got K Lou back in the building today. We
Yes,
got
sir.
Pudge Illa back in the building today. We going back to the 90s again for the top 10 female artists of the 90s. So I'm excited. But let me bring my boys in first. First, K Lou, can you hear me? 1, 2, 3. Check. That's when you talk.
That's yeah.
Yes, I can hear you. That's why I'm shaking my head.
You see, I came in with all that damn energy of mine, and
Yeah, I already
he said, "Yes, I can hear you." Yes, welcome to the podcast, K Lou.
All right.
K Lou is followed up by none other than Pudge Illa. Welcome back to the pod, my boy.
I ain't got no.
Oh, this always happens. I can't believe it. You can't hear us?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Lewis. You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I
And
can hear you.
Cirque Money, you can hear us, right?
Absolutely.
And Pudge Illa every time. I think you do it on purpose.
I got nothing, bro.
I can hear him talking, but I can't. I don't know if he can hear us.
Again. I'm a boot him. I'm a kick him, and he's gonna come back. As soon as we start, I swear. You know what? He just
Everything was just fine, though.
You just want to be famous.
Everything was just fine.
Everything is fine. Anyways, while we waiting on Pudge Illa to come back, like I said, we here for the weekend review, May 15th. We gonna be talking about a couple things. We're not gonna have the longest weekend review because we want to get to this top 10. That's a fact. Because before I got jacked, I was on the same track.
Can you hear me? You hear me? You got me? I got action.
I hear you. Do you hear us?
Waylon, what's happening?
Waylon, man, thank you from Kingston, Jamaica, man.
Sir, money, what's to it?
Yo, I'm ready.
K Lou.
What up?
The Kansas City Nightmare.
All right, before we get into that, if anybody got a drink, like I said, we hit 3.8K. So I'm gonna take a shot for this. Shot to my boys. Cheers.
Cheers.
With the Bucky's cup.
Yo, they got some good burritos.
Bucky's got good everything. Good
Buc-ee's
everything
lit.
at Bucky's.
That's the one-stop shop. You can take a shower at Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
That's the new White Castles.
I don't know who I hate taking showers. All right, but hey, let's do it. Let's start with it. All right, first on the weekend review because I want to get to the top 10. You know what I'm here for.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get to the top 10. But first on the weekend review, we have the Menendez brothers. So the Menendez brothers were resentenced this week. So they're going to be, they were resentenced to do 50 years to life. So that still seems like a long ass time, but pretty much what that means is on June 13th, they will be allowed to, let me move that banner off your face, Lewis, Pudge. That means they will be allowed to go to the parole board, and if they're granted parole, they will be released that day. And even if they aren't granted parole, Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, can grant them clemency. Cirque Money, what you got to say about the old Menendez brothers?
Well, I think the main thing is accountability. They both Kyle and what's the other brother's name?
Eric. Yeah.
They both said, "Hey, listen, we did it. It was some foul stuff going on when we was kids. We take full accountability for what we did. They've been in there 35 years. There's been a lot of support that they've gotten since the release of that Netflix and then Menendez brothers TV series. And you know, people can change. You know what I'm saying? What killing somebody, it was out of pocket. It was wrong for it. But 35 years being incarcerated, they change. I think they could be let go.
All right. K Lou, let's go down the line. K Lou, what you got to say about Eric and Lyle?
My honest opinion, they just need to stay in jail. Because
ain't no right or
if
wrong.
if they were black, they would have got hit with another 120 years.
Okay.
Like, if we just keeping it real. Like,
I have some. I partially agree. I agree with both of y'all. I'm gonna let Pudge talk, but I agree with both of y'all. Pudge, what you think about it?
Okay, so I'm gonna double down on everything that both of them said. I completely agree with it, but I just, bro, you can't discount anyone's trauma, bro. They said their daddy was doing some despicable things to them. At some point, their shit is. I mean, it gets to a point where you like, I done had enough. They were teenagers, bro. Could you imagine that? Your daddy coming in there talking about, hey, let me holler at you for a second. What?
Yeah, you're
19. And it's both of them too, bro. That's what's even more crazy.
Right.
And then you don't know. Well, that's what they're saying. So I don't think no one's going to make that up. Now, to kill the mama, that was kind of crazy too, I guess. You know what I mean? But they killed both of their parents, bro. That's insane. You can't put a number on justice, though. You can't put a number on justice. If he's gonna give them 50, they can do it. And if they get parole, they're gonna still be on probation. Probably there's gonna be something to it on the back end where they're gonna still have to check in somewhere. So they don't get it's not gonna be a free ride. They're not just, they did their time. They did their time for society. So,
all right, my thought on it is that yeah, daddy did some foul shit to him. My two problems is, first of all, y'all 19 years old. All right, so if he did that horrific shit and y'all go and kill him, all right, fine. I can kind of understand it. You went back and reloaded on your mama and came back in. So maybe the mama was doing some foul shit too. So I don't know. My problem is what they did after. So
they kicked it. Right.
They didn't act like they were traumatized. They just was kicking it and partying and
running up credit cards and shit.
My only problem that I have with it is that, not my only problem. One of my main problems is that this, just like I was talking about how Britney Spears had that conservatorship and social media in America got to it and released her off that shit when she shouldn't have been released off of it. So we just did the same thing to these motherfuckers. They re-released the documentaries. They came out with the show on Netflix. So now it's this new love affair for the Menendez brothers. They're not thinking about what they actually did. It's like, oh, the Menendez brothers, and they romanticized it. So now they're letting them out. Like C said, 35 years, yeah. But all right, if we're gonna do that, I need y'all to like go look at every other case too, not just the Menendez brothers, because they shit was violent. Like it's crazy how violent they shit was. But yeah, all right, we moving on because that's the start. Look, we got shit to do. We here, we're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time. Is my hair all right? Am I good? I feel like this is great. I might rock this shit all summer. I ain't gonna lie. All right, next. Boom. So, Mr. Tory Lanez. What do you guess now? 14 times? 14 times 2 days ago in the morning by another inmate. Collapsed both of his lungs, stabbed him in the back of the head, on his cheek, and various other places. And now the lawyer is coming out saying that it was the former best friend that actually did the shooting. Again, I'm going to defer to Cirque Money because, when I think music, I defer to you with it. So start us off, man.
We all knew that the best friend did it from the get-go, right? She was just mad. Meg was just mad because Tory was smashing her, the best friend, and one of them Jenner sisters, Kylie, I think. So everybody knew that from the jump. In terms of him getting stabbed like that, they said the dude that stabbed him, Santino Casillo, was already serving a life sentence.
Hold on one second. Say the name again.
Santino Casillo.
That's a badass name.
That's
I ain't gonna lie.
Name.
If I'm gonna get stabbed, I want to get stabbed by Santino Casillo. Like that's the nigga that wants to stab me in my movie. Like go ahead, my bad. Go ahead.
No, good. Yeah, so homie already serving a life sentence, so him catching another body ain't gonna do nothing anyway. Now I got a little conspiracy going on. Time for the tinfoil had to come on.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if a hit came from somewhere on Meg's camp, right? Because just imagine if a judge is willing to grant a new trial for Tory based off of new evidence and new testimony,
Right.
you know, when he get out, she's gonna be the laughing stock. That whole victim woe is me stuff,
right,
that's gonna diminish more and more because you're gonna have people looking at it like, yo, this man almost lost his life because you lied. You lied. You wanted 10 years of this man to be locked away and he almost died. Yo, I'm hoping and praying that some way free Tory Lanez. Tory can get out and he can get back, make some good music, and the truth can come out that it was the friend.
10 years is wild. 10 years is wild. 10 years is wild.
For your pinky toe?
For your pinky toe.
That's what I'm talking about.
10 years for the pinky toe is wild. Like, I ain't saying you deserve to get shot in the toe. Maybe you fucking did. But for 10 years, I just want to make it dance. You know what I'm saying? Diddy, take that. Like, all right. K-Lou, I feel like you being super quiet.
I'm not being quiet.
You you reprimanded us before we even started.
When I reprimand for y'all to not talk, I'm talking to you, Pudge. I'm just adding to be like polite about it, but I'm telling you, Pudge, and you still fail, and I'm just not. You see this hair? I can't focus on your ass right now.
I raised my hand like 5 times. Can't focus. I'm saying.
All right, so
all
right.
The way I look at it is that it was a fucked up case to begin with. Like Ray say, man, listen, we know that the dude didn't even shoot her to begin with. Everybody already testified to that shit. Right. But it goes back to the Menendez shit. 35 years ain't shit. If a nigga just got 10 for a pinky toe, right, and they took 2, right, that's a fucking discrepancy that I'm talking about. Right.
They took 2. Yeah.
You know, you brought up a good point, K-Lou. I ain't gonna even stun. That's a good ass point.
So
10 years for a pinky toe, and he took 2 lives, and they got 35 years. Yeah.
Same state too.
Same state. Yeah.
Same neighborhood.
You're right. There's a big difference though in something, but I ain't gonna, Anywho, Pudge.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. All right, so just give me 1 second. So I'm going to
I give you 90 seconds. Go ahead.
I'm going to double back on what Cirque Money said. Of course, that was the issue. Me personally, my whole thing was, we already knew they was already at the Broad crib, the Kardashian house. She was cool with kicking it with him, just perfectly fine. Like, why did you bring these other 2 hoes? That's perfectly fine. They can come in, we can kick it. They drink a Heno. Now, Meg is 6'2", standing flat foot. She was drinking on Hennessy. She tried to put it. She found out that Kelsey and Buddy was smashing, and she wasn't going for it. She drunk and she got to acting wild. Kelsey wasn't going for that shit, and she popped a big ass. That's how I look at it. Now they got footage of her throwing the bottle out the car, stepping directly in glass on purpose. Like she literally, she set the scene up for herself. And then they saying everybody at Rock Nation has something to do with it. He got the feds working with him. They in the office, so I wouldn't be surprised. Dude from Canada, he didn't have the gun, but the gun was in the car. It's his gun now. He's not supposed to be around it. The bodyguard ended up disappearing. Now he had a change of heart and come back like, hey.
Are you saying it's the bodyguard's gun?
I don't know who gun it is. It was just in the car. Let
most likely it'd be the bodyguard's gun.
Okay, dude. Facts. So it was the bodyguard gun. Who they gonna give it to? We don't know. We want him. He not even supposed to be here. Then don't forget how he was stunting when he sold his album for $1 and he had those what you call them, when they was popping the art off for the digital art, what you call it, so when they was popping them off and how he got the boasting and bragging how many he sold, and he was selling them for the 60 bag, and he made $1 million in 5 minutes after he sold his album for $1.
The
NFTs, exactly. Yeah. They didn't like when he popped his shit on that shit. He's like, yeah, we got to get this motherfucker up out of here. We can't let everybody do this. No. And then it comes Megan with the crying. She went on her sympathy tour and all that type of shit. And now look at her. Now what she doing? Where she at? She didn't say she was sorry. She didn't apologize. You think she's going to apologize? Now how you going to backtrack that? No, how you going to backtrack that?
But look at the universal karma that's coming to her. She has not charted.
Yeah. But you know that's gonna happen though. You know that's gonna happen, bro. You know that's gonna happen because they probably already paid up front. Okay, cool, but you can't. We don't want you in our commercials no more. They finna throw her ass away for real, for real. But
no
again,
major male artist is really trying to align themselves with her.
Right.
She just,
even the ones that did are backpedaling.
Right. I'm waiting for him to come out and say she a man, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
All right.
Okay, let's go.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm just saying.
And then okay, now allegedly. Allegedly. You gotta do that. All right, moving on to the main news topic. And look, if there's some ladies listening in, I'm probably going to get spicy. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit because I've been an online lawyer this entire week.
I got to crack the windows and put the seats down on your toilets.
Online lawyer this entire week. I'm gonna start this one off. Fucking, I ain't deferring to nobody because
go ahead.
I'm bad boy.
What you got for us, Waylon?
Listen, man. I tell you, man. This is what I tell you. Let me get this out of my face. I've been paying attention to everything these motherfuckers have been saying all week, and there is nothing. This is what they've been saying all day. Puffy is a freak. Puffy has beaten up Cassie, but that's not what he's on trial for. She already got paid for that. She got paid a 30 mil for that. Cassie is also a motherfucking freak and also paid for the damn prostitute. And also text that she loves to have freak off, and also text that she loves to do drugs, and she's the one that said to get peed on. Like, they don't even have as much as the narrative of Puffy being gay. You know, they've always been saying Puffy was gay. They don't even have that smoking gun on them because they say he just sat in the chair and he liked to watch her get done. And then when they would go to swinger clubs, he was having sex with women, and he was making her, well, not making her, having her have sex with males. So you can't go to jail just because you a freak. And if Puffy's going to go to jail, then Cassie needs to go to jail because Cassie is actually the one that paid the prostitutes.
Now check it out.
See, you got it.
And I agree with you. I agree.
The industry insider. Yeah, come on. What we got?
But see, here's the thing. This is what they're trying to catch Puff at. They want Cassie to admit that Puff paid one of those male escorts to come across state lines to have sex with them. If they can get one of those male escorts to say, yeah, he paid for me to come to Miami from LA or vice versa, then that's when they got on the sex trafficking, because you pay for somebody with the intention of making them have sex with you. So that's what they trying to trip him up at, and that's real messed up because we all understand what this is. It's just some freaky dicky shit, right?
Shit. Is that under the man law? That's under the man law.
What do you mean the man law?
I said, is that under the man law? Ain't that what they got Jack Johnson for? He taking white girls across state lines for immoral reasons.
Hey, you cross that state line with the intention of doing something and money involved, then they got you. Do I believe he gonna get locked up? Yes, but Agent Orange already said
he gonna let him ride.
He's gonna let him out.
I don't think
this is a waste of taxpayers. This is a waste of taxpayers' dollars. This whole trial.
Definitely it is.
Just because I want to pop pills, that's because I want to pop pills and get freaky. Come on, man. That's a Saturday night.
I'm like, I was listening to part of the trial or whatever when she was talking about all that shit. Like, she up there, they waited until she 8 months pregnant and all this other shit.
See, I didn't like that either, bro.
I'm like they trying to paint an image of the man, but at the end of the day, common sense is gonna tell you, yo, he's just a freak motherfucker.
Hold on.
We all do freaky shit.
What phone is that?
Who got the phone going off every 2 seconds?
Yeah.
Oh, that's me. My bad.
I know who it was. I didn't want to say it. I knew who it was. I knew who it was.
It's cool. It's cool. I'm like, it's like, what's that show with the Wayans brother? He was like, Message.
Message. Yeah. Don't be a menace.
Now here's another thing, though. Now the whole thing with him getting Kid Cudi car blown up.
Mm-hmm.
Where y'all stand at with that? Now we
Blow that shit
we
up.
all
I
agree.
wish you would. I wish you would. I wish you would. If I got puffy power, I'm blowing your shit up. I wish you would touch my chick, even if she ain't my chick. She's still my chick, and I'm blowing your shit up because I'm puffy.
Okay.
90 seconds.
I got one more thing. One more thing, Puff.
Go ahead.
Do we think this is like similar to the OJ situation where he got away with the murders, but they got him years later for stealing his own property? So what I'm saying is this:
Biggie,
Puff, not even Biggie. Puff whooping Cassie. He should have went to jail for whooping her ass like that in the hotel, right? But he didn't.
Right.
And everybody involved, from the hotel security
Hotel manager,
to TMZ to even the police that were made to take the report and concealed it, all those people should be held accountable, right? But I believe this is just a form of karma coming back on Puff. Like you just said, Q, not just also for the Biggie stuff, but every other little thing that he did and got away with for the last 30-some years.
Let me jump in the comments real quick because we got comments. So Natalie, you said no one is talking about the fact that the civil suit came before the criminal allegations, which is typically not the norm. Cassie was given immunity. Yes, she can say whatever the hell she wants. Puff was trying to. He paid her within 24 hours because he didn't want all this shit to come out. That's why he paid Cassie off that quick, because she knew she had a lot to tell. But still, there has been nothing criminal in this thing. Okay, other than paying for a prostitute. A prostitute is worth 30 years of your life for a prostitute?
No. But destroying your legacy is priceless, and that's exactly what they're doing. So even if he stays away and doesn't have to serve any extensive time, his legacy will forever be tainted, and they got what they wanted. And let's also just touch on this one thing really quick. The fact that she filed the civil suit 7 days before the statute of limitations ran out, and she filed in New York when all of these alleged crimes took place in Miami, Arizona, and California. Nothing took place in New York, but she filed in New York because she had 7 days left before the statute of limitations ran out on a particular crime law. So that whole thing he got lined up. That's all it is. I wish he just would have gave her the money years ago when she asked for it.
She still would have told.
You ready for my take?
Hold on before you do your take. Yeah, go ahead, Plus. You got it. Go ahead.
So this was a hot topic in the crib last night. So I say she was a willing accomplice for a certain amount of time. So because I couldn't remember who she came into the grace of Puffy with. Whatever was it, Kevin Lyle?
No, Ryan Leslie.
Ryan Leslie. She came in with Ryan Leslie, but left with Puff. So she was looking to upgrade. So I see she was being opportunist. Perfectly fine. Now I say personally, the freak offs, all that shit excited her to begin with because it was Puff. Now, with that being said, the ass whooping and all that type of shit, that's completely despicable.
He's not on trial.
Again, now I seen some other things that had came out where because I was questioning whether or not why didn't she leave. So then someone hit me with some facts that told me, hey, it takes up to 7 times for a person to actually leave an abuser in a relationship like that, whether they got money or not. So I say if he was just, you know what I'm saying, Dirty Dick Rodney the plumber, she'd have been left his ass, he'd have been locked up. Now, what I understand is that Puffy, he literally isolated this chick because if you remember, Puffy been public with all other type of hoes, and he would always end up with Cassie too, but he was public with other people. Now, from what I've been reading and seeing is, I guess his personal assistant was in on it. His fashion, one of his fashion designers, well, you know, the main guy behind his fashion designs and all that type of shit, his wardrobe guy, he was all in on it. So it gets to the point where let's say if they were in Paris and she was getting asked, she's like, you know what, I'm tired of this shit. He's like, okay, if you want to leave, you can leave. Let me get the car. Let me get the keys. Give me that. Give me your phone. I need all. You don't have any money because you in here on our dollar. Go ahead, feel free to go. She's like, well, how am I gonna get back home? Well, hey, you said you wanted to leave, right? If you want to leave, go ahead, go. That go to dough. So again, the power and the money probably left in there. It had her blind, and then the drugs. You know, maybe she was taking the drugs to cope.
No, she already admitted. You long-winded. Can you do a conversation?
Yeah, I know. I
One
apologize,
for
man.
the rest of the show.
I'm trying to. I got you. Look, got a lot to get out though.
She already admitted. They have the text messages. Like they have the text messages on both sides. She already admitted that she loved drugs too, just as much. When she left Puff and went to the new dude, she came back. Is your name Puff Pudge?
That's the husband.
Wait, what's your name, Pudge? Is it Puff or Pudge? So stop all the damn ad-libbing. All that shut up. Let me talk. We don't need it. We don't need the background music. Like,
take that.
Relax. Like, relax. But no. So even after he said that she was with the new dude, Puff raped her, you did it again. He raped her. She comes back again. They're not even together. It's not like they're in a relationship. He comes back and he's not hiding. He's like he invites her over for sex, for another freak off. She's already gone. She comes back. That lifestyle is hard to walk away from. That's what it is. That lifestyle is hard to walk away from. I'm not saying that he didn't whoop her ass. I'm not denying that he raped her if that's what happened. I'm just saying those are the things that he's not on trial for.
Right.
And she is not coming across as this Miss Innocent Goody Two Shoes person.
Yeah, no, especially with that SIT that she got in her mouth.
Yeah.
Now with the new husband, the husband now was Puffy's trainer. So he was technically around for the bullshit. So I'm just trying to see at what point did he threw his cape on, like, hey, shorty, I can take you away from this life, and we can do something a little
the money where they thought they can get that bag.
Say it one more time. Say it one more time for the people in the back.
They can get that bag. I'm now, like 20 or 30 million. I have a motherfucker up there singing. Shit, $50,000. I have a motherfucker put your ass on ice.
we can play Cassie's one hit and Facebook won't even block me for it. That's how much they don't give a shit about that song. I can play Cassie right now and they be like, nah, you got it. It's cool.
I'm thinking after everything came out yesterday, they said Buddy left out the courtroom. He was completely disgusted.
Wouldn't you? You heard.
But I'm just saying. I said I give him 2 or 3 years. He gonna take his half for the Puffy extortion money, and he just gonna dip with the kids, bro.
Yeah, like your girl is willingly a freak of freaks, a big dog freak.
They said this was going on 4 days a week, in and out the country. Fam, you know how much time that? I mean, and randos.
He already knew
Johnny from off the street.
He already knew she was a freak. It's the fact that the public now knows all these details. That's what stunned them.
What stunned them is her saying she stayed because she didn't want to be replaced. She would. So where does Young Miami come in with this whole thing at?
That's a whole different topic that we don't have time for today.
No, not a problem. I just want to ask.
I really miss the Young Miami and Diddy relationship. If Diddy gets out, I just want them back together. And that's the perfect time to
Ciroc on him.
The Delion and the Delion and the Tarak man. So that's what we're gonna leave the week in review. But I'm paying attention to this shit religiously because I still ain't heard nothing illegal about my boy yet. Sorry to tell y'all. I don't think he's going to jail. With the shit that they got on him right now. I don't think he's going to jail. Hugh Hefner did way more. So we will be moving on. All right, it's time for Circus Corner. So we are going to bounce out the way for a second, give Circuit the center of attention solo layout.
Oh, I gotta make sure I got my relic.
Oh yeah, get it out. Hold on. Let me get your banner. Let everybody know what time it is, man. And we're gonna give you. Wow, what's the topic for today? See, let me get
them a cross out.
Okay,
gotta get them away. Gotta get these energy vampires away. So. Energy vampires, we done all dealt with them. People who just constantly come to you with their negativity, with their drama, with all other stuff that's going on in their life, and somehow your energy, your mood. And these are some of the most selfish, narcissistic, just belligerent individuals you will come across. And we all got a friend or a family member like that. Somebody just, they'll call you And they'll start the conversation off like, hey, you know, how's it going? Oh, yeah. Well, let me tell you about my day. Yo, ho. Don't you get I get triggered when I see certain names and numbers that pop up on my phone. And I got to tell myself, you know what? I'm not answering that call, or I'm not responding to that text right now, because I already know that this person has the ability to ruin my day just by me responding to them. And they don't have no type of empathy or compassion about all of the BS that they dumping on you. And most of these people, you will find, most of these people, they're single, or they just been terrible in relationships. They don't have a good family life, and they're really jealous of what you have. Most of the energy vampires, they want to drain your energy because they are truly jealous of you. So when I come across them, and this is the advice I'm giving everybody else, I don't care if it's your mama, I don't care if it's your best friend, whoever it may be. If you feel that this person, if they have the ability to ruin your day, do not answer that call. Do not respond. You have to protect your energy at all costs, because I kid you not, an energy vampire, they feel great once they know that they was able to get under your skin. If they know that by them calling you has affected your day, whatever bad day they were having, they're no longer having it anymore. You got to stay away from these folks. Energy vampires, they're all around. And don't get it misconstrued. You can love these people. You they could be lifelong, individuals in your life, but that doesn't mean you have to allow them to affect your energy, your mood, your mindset, because they'll do it over and over and over again. I like to call them, one more thing outside of energy vampires, they are habitual line steppers. Beware of the habitual line steppers, aka energy vampires. That's my word today.
Yeah. That's dope. I just put Pudge in timeout for no fucking reason. I just wanted to, if I could just have.
He threw me off in the first 30 seconds.
I'm just messing with you, Pudge.
I ain't even say shit, bro. You see how you do? You see how you do? That was a good one, Cirque Money. I like that habitual line step.
Habitual line.
That's what is that?
Let's go.
That's from CB4.
Charlie Murphy.
Charlie Murphy. He's a habitual line step. But no, that's from
he was talking about from Chappelle Show. He was talking about Rick James. Fuck your couch.
He's a habitual line stepper. All right, it's time. Shit. It's time. Look, we go into the top 10 baddest female artists of the week. I mean, of the 90s. Of the 90s. Look, man. Again, when we talked about the movies and stuff like that, man, we're not just talking about the beauty, we're talking about their impact on the music, their album sales, man. You got to know yourself, Don't be a little waste, man. That's as much a Jamaican accent I got.
Scrap it.
Oh, we gonna start with scrap that shit. Hey, look, we still doing call-ins. So shit, if somebody got something to say about our top 10 list, or if somebody that happens, then shit. Call in. The number's right there. Is the number at the bottom?
Oh, it was scrolling.
It was.
Oh, yeah. You know the thing about that? I got an edit button. Bow. Hold on. Call in. You go. Bow. All right. Check it. So we're going to start with the honorable mentions. One honorable mention is going to be like, no, that person, she should definitely be in the top 10. I don't want to hear that shit, because you didn't make the list. All right. So here we go. We're going to start with honorable mentions. The first, I forgot I had to bring these motherfuckers in. Y'all ain't keeping me on my job. First is Miss Brandy. Honorable mention. Honorable mention in the 90s. Look, Brandy had some hits. She had a ton of hits. She was all over the Waiting to Exhale soundtrack. She had her own solo project. Brandy was on fire Music wise, Brandy's on fire. Brandy is just one of those people. She didn't make everybody's list, so that's why she's on the honorable mention. I couldn't keep her completely out of here because she just had too many bangers. I think this is a situation where she was still cooking. Again, one of those situations. She was young. She was Moesha. You know what I'm saying? She was still cooking at the time. I could see her in the argument to be in the top 10. I'm not mad if somebody says now she's in my top 10. I just didn't have her on enough people's list to move her in there. So, Sir, you got it.
She wasn't in my top 10 or honorable mention.
Either one. See, then that's what I'm saying. That's why she's not in the top 10.
I ain't got much to say on her.
That's what's up, K-Lou. What you got about Brandy?
She was in my top 10. I'm like, shit. She dated Kobe. They went to prom.
That was a prop. That was PR stunt. She didn't date Kobe.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think Kobe.
I think Kobe. You know what? I'm sorry. Let me just go back real quick, right?
Is it my hair?
On the whole thing with Brandy and Moesha, right?
Mm-hmm.
Moesha didn't do nothing for me. I was more into Kim. I like it.
Kim?
No, the friend. Her friend on the show.
Friend, yeah, from the show.
Kim, what's her name? Kim. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. The Parker.
Yeah.
Oh, you want some for the push?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that meat. That grandson. You know,
okay. You like the handles of love. I got you. The handles of love.
Man.
Hey, Pudge, what you got about Miss Brandy? Brandy North or whatever her name is.
I ain't gonna even lie to you. I'm kind of in the mix with Cirque Money. I like Countess Vaughn, bro. But I liked it from 227 too, though. You don't remember? I mean, but I was a shorty still, though. But yeah, Countess Vaughn was always cool. And I thought she had a better. I thought, no, hell no. She was like 8. I was about the same time. We were about the same age, my guy.
Okay,
but Moesha was cool, though. I used to like Moesha. I like the fact that she threw her brother on the show too. Gave Ray J some love. Got him a check.
That's the worst thing happened to Ray J. Is he crazy now?
You think so?
Do I think Ray J's crazy?
You don't think Ray J getting a kickback from the Kardashians?
No. She took care of her family. I'm just saying sometimes money ain't good for you. Ray J one of the people that's gonna be like, anyways, we ain't talking about it.
But
no.
They got money in the family.
We can move on.
We good.
Moving on. All right.
She was in my top 10 though.
She was in whose top 10?
She was in mine.
Oh, okay. All right, moving on. Now this one is the one we're gonna get the flag for.
Well, we start from 10 going down to 1.
We're in honorable mention, so we ain't even at 10.
Okay. I apologize. Gotcha.
So honorable mention. Miss Whitney Houston is not in the top 10 as far as look, but remember the question that we're asking. I'm not if we're just saying music, absolutely it's Whitney Houston. Of course, Whitney Houston's in the top 10 for just music, but we talking about the baddest female in music, not just your vocal pipes and all that stuff.
Right.
And I personally, I only found Whitney Houston attractive in Waiting to Exhale. It was the only time I found her attractive at all.
That's when she
was like her in Bodyguard too.
That was that pregnant glow in Bodyguard.
Low key.
Yeah, but
she wasn't bad in Bodyguard.
Right.
I don't think so. I don't think Whitney Houston brings that same sex appeal that
man, you just dissing her because her and Bobby was doing drugs.
No. I'm sure there's a lot of drug artists.
I'm looking at this picture right now. You telling me that she not a badass black chick?
Bro, I just said that this is the time where she was bad. This is Waiting to Exhale.
That's all she need to be.
Oh, well, you real passionate. I guess she was on your list. My bad, calm down.
Yeah, she was on my top 10. She was number 2.
Oh, hell no.
Number 2.
Jesus.
Let me get my face to you. You tripping.
You asked me to send you the list.
All right, listen. I said I was gonna get some flag. I didn't know I was gonna get it from my own brother. I did not know. Okay.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Right. If you wanna go dig it up,
you gotta play her.
You I tell you where you can find her. Damn, that's I'm sorry. I read it.
You
I know. I took it back. Boy. I took it back as soon as I said. I was like, you know what? Too far away, Lynn. That's why I'm wilding mine. Quinn was
Wilding. This probably was the best picture too.
All right, this is the best picture I can find of. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's probably the best one you got.
One more honorable mention. This one makes me want to go.
Hell no.
This
What is
one,
that?
this is the one when you go put your
funny,
goth
man.
wig on.
Wait, can I say something real quick?
Go ahead, Circuit.
So she was in my top 10.
You
So-
a lie.
Is that Gwen Stefani?
Yeah, man.
That's good. You gonna look? I'm about to listen to some Fallout Boy. I'm gonna say what? Get out of my room, mom, and I'm gonna bump. I'm gonna bump it
with Gwen Stefani for No Doubt.
No Doubt. Gwen Stefani.
Love Gwen Stefani. That's all I got.
Honorable mentions. Just honorable mentions.
This is in my top 10.
Hey, she's not in our top 10 either. These are honorable mentions. So, Pudge, you got anything to say before we go to the top 10?
About Gwen Stefani?
Sure.
Oh, we can pass this one up, bro.
So, okay, I see how it is.
We can pass this one up. So you lost me with that one.
Niggas talking about they want Rockin' Ready with me.
Good. Rockin' Ready with me.
All right, here we go. This is the top.
How you gonna disrespect my Nubian queen like that?
Look, all right, here we go. I want a nice clean fight when we go into this top 10. You know, of course, it's all over the place. But we gonna start with number 10 is Lil Miss Maya.
Wait, Quinn.
What?
How about we run down the number real quick? Let them know they can call in 331-771-2409. Y'all got questions? Let's rock with us.
I like that in you.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, come on, man.
I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud. I was like,
I'm not always disruptive, bro.
He about to say something, but I was like, you know what? That is beneficial. You are right. Hold on. Shout out to Pudge.
Got it. Let's go.
Like, yeah, 331-771-2409.
Oh, man, we out here.
Talk about this list. So yeah, number 10 to start it off is where I put her. Did I even do it? I didn't do it.
Maya.
I know who it is. I just gotta get to the picture. Little Miss Maya. Now this is my favorite picture of Maya. I had to bring out this one if we gonna bring out Maya. Is it out? Shit.
Nope.
All right, there.
Oh my God.
North Carolina remix with whole Maya. The crazy thing about Maya, now this is the 90s picture of Maya. This is the 90s picture. But if you look at Maya today, Maya looks exactly like this today. Like, man, she does not look any different. Maya's top 10, I think the reason that she's not any higher is because she just does not have the music catalog to back how Maya looks on that. I'm gonna move it on to Pudge. Let's start with you.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, Maya was number 2 on my list, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Gee, the Move On video with the most horriblest rapper ever in live. Come on, man. You gave him a platinum, man. Come on.
Worst rapper ever.
She didn't even need the whole verse.
Mm-mm.
And you know what? I think it's a lot of people that was in the industry that was sick that she wasn't a bust down, bro. I know it gotta be, fam. She wasn't going.
I mean, how do you know that?
I don't. I'm just saying this in my mind. She wasn't doing the Cassie, bro.
Just in your mind?
Yeah. She can't be. She seen 2 hosts. Let me lie to myself, bro. Please let me lie to myself. And she a vegan.
Go ahead.
She a vegan.
She a vegan now. Go ahead, Circuit. You sound like you had something to say about it.
Yeah, and then first of all, she looked just as good as she do in pictures in person. Mm-hmm. And I used to just love taking whiffs of her scent at Sony Studios.
Oh, you done had
damn boy, your ass going to jail.
And
going all the way to jail.
She was getting knocked down, but really? This is the difference, though. This is the difference. Maya was very selective.
Okay, I can dig it. As she should have been.
Who she was, letting hit. So it was multiple niggas hitting, but she was just very selective.
Okay.
She's always had that sense of control. That's why you don't hear a lot of bad stories about her, because she knew the type of niggas to mess with.
Right. Cirque Money, thanks for throwing that to the streets for me. I appreciate you, buddy. You just killed my whole vibe.
Oh, it's all good.
Yeah, I'd rather have.
I didn't took a picture and put it back in twice, so y'all ain't got me messed up about it. K-Lou, before we move on to 9, what do you got? You got anything on Miss Maya? All right,
I think Granny's better.
Hold on. I'm not I'm not against what he's saying. If we're adding up, because again, we're not. Yes, looks is the thing, but if we're adding music in there too, I mean, Maya's not coming anywhere near Brandy's catalog. Right. And then I'm definitely not in the 90s. She's not going anywhere near Brandy's catalog. I just think Maya looks 10 times better than Brandy. So Maya slipped in here on her looks. She looks too good.
But no talent.
She looks. No, she has talent. She has talent. She just doesn't have enough. She doesn't have enough catalog to
enough talent.
Okay, Lou, you sound like you trying to make a dog skin first light skin, brother.
Why you keep going there? I can tell you,
ain't nobody say nothing like that.
I know. I'm on bullshit.
I keep telling you, our list is all over the place. And to prove to you that our list is all over the place, let me go to number 9 on the list. Miss Lauryn Hill is number 9. So tell me she's not dark skinned.
I can dig
Please tell me. Yes.
Boy, she was one of my honorable
I don't like
mentions.
how this one says Gideon images. Hold on. I didn't see that when I did it. Lauryn Hill, look, you have to put Lauryn Hill in this. First of all, because she is a sexy chocolate woman, unapologetic, about her roots and shit. She dropped one of the best albums of all time and said, I ain't gonna drop no more. Any more albums, and I'm gonna live rent free off of this one album. I'm gonna be late. And guess what? And I'm gonna be late to every concert I do. And you still gonna come hear me sing this song from 30 years ago. Like Miss Lauryn Hill from the Fugees to this
L Boogie.
The L Boogie is the pinnacle. Like this is just a sexy woman. Cirque Money, I think your hand raised. What you got?
Listen, I think she super cold. Like shit, I drink her bath water. I got to disagree. I do got to disagree with her having one of the best albums of all time now.
What?
From a female artist, bro?
The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill is not one of the best albums of all time?
In the 90s?
Right.
Fuck the 90s, 2010.
To me, it's a great album.
As a female?
I don't care if it's female or male. I don't care if it's female or male, black or white. In hip hop, R&B, rock, whatever, and that's another thing. That album should not be considered a classic rap album either. That's another thing that pisses me off.
No, it's about 5 or 6 other people that's ahead of her.
Okay,
and got better albums than that.
Really?
Yo, hold on, check it. Yeah. Hey, why we doing the top 10 baddest, and then somebody, some motherfucker watching just tried to add me to Horny America. I'm not trying to do a Horny America. What do y'all think we are doing here tonight?
The Diddy files.
Bro, for real. You talking about Diddy and Baby Oil, and now you're doing the top baddies of the 90s. Here, join our Horny America group. Y'all tripping.
They like, Quinn, come fuck with us.
For real, bro. I'm sorry. I don't even know who was talking, but that shit just threw me off. It popped up on my screen. I was like, what the fuck? Who hasn't talked about Laura? My bad. Anybody? Are we good? We good on?
No, I don't got nothing to say about it.
I just believe that this was the album. Some people think, as we're saying, that it seems like the album must be underrated, but I still listen to that. That is in my rotation to this day. Bro.
I'm still listening to that album.
I'm like, it definitely don't got no beat to it.
No.
Yeah, if that album comes on, I'm
the mix and mastering of the album is insane, bro. Come on, fam. Don't do Miss Lauren. Don't do Miss Marley like that.
It's a good album,
she's
but
in
not one of the greatest.
And then she married into one of the most iconic musical families on the planet.
Yeah, I think she kind of
and procreated. They have kids. Bro, come on, fam. Stop.
What that mean?
I'm like, she's nothing, but I'm just still saying
hold on, what's my thing? What's my Hey, chill. Damn it. You gotta move on. Shit.
Hands up.
All right, moving on. We ain't gotta be all here all fucking day.
Yes, sir.
People got jobs. All right, moving on. Miss Toni Braxton. That's number 8.
Yes.
Miss Toni Braxton is number 8. Miss Tory Braxton. This is another one of them situations. Now, if we would have slipped to the 2000s, she would have jumped up some more because they wasn't marketing her as for her sex appeal. They was marketing her for her talent. Like her singing and her ability to play instruments, and she was attached to Babyface. They was not really trying to make her a sex vixen in the 90s when she came out with the Boomerang soundtrack and all that shit. That's the only reason she's low like that. Go ahead, Push.
Okay, I definitely appreciate the handoff, Quinn. I look at her now, just for the record, she was one of my honorable mentions. She didn't even make my top 10 list. But in looking at her, everybody had that album. 2, she seems to me that they put her in the box as the new Anita Baker.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it was kind of the same flow, kind of maybe the same look, but Anita Baker had got a little bit older. You know what I'm saying? So they kind of went away from that. And he was like, hey, we got something new that sounds just like her. She's a little bit more prettier. Here, we'll go ahead and take that. Here you go. And then come to find out she got like 9 sisters, bro. You was like, wow, what about the rest of them?
Yeah, no, I you know, I didn't even think about the analogy of the Anita Baker, but that's
facts.
That's a good analogy. And then the next picture I'm gonna go to before I let you talk on Lewis. The next picture I go to, this is later in the 90s. This is when they were trying to remarket her. So now you got this version of Tony. So he's like, oh, okay, let's get rid of the short hair. Halle Berry's already doing it. Let's get you some long hair in there, you know, a little bit skimpier dresses. And then when she goes into the 2000s, that's when she takes off with the "You're Making Me Hide" and all that shit. And it's a whole new Toni Braxton. But again, we're not in the 2000s, we're in the 90s, and that's why Toni Braxton is number 8 on the list.
Hey, one more thing.
Toni Braxton,
you say that. Go ahead.
Real quick, but let's let it be known, Toni Braxton is a more successful artist than Lauryn Hill.
Facts.
Yeah.
Toni Braxton has sold over 80 million records.
Yes.
Lauryn Hill, as great as people want to say that album is, it still only did 20.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Again, that's R&B versus hip hop, which is, you can almost say that Lauryn Hill shit was damn near like a Drake album. You feel me? Because she was rapping and singing. But for Tony to end up with, I don't even want to say end up because I don't want to disrespect the man because he actually did wonders in the music industry. With Birdman, that threw me for a loop.
Well, if you ever watched the Braxtons, they TV show, the Braxtons said right off the bat, they said, I can learn to love a man. They look for money. They look for money. They say I can literally, they was talking about, I can learn to find something I love about you. Right. Like, so it didn't surprise me because I just knew how they search for their people. They're looking for something for their lineage that can hold it down. So they can remember Toni Braxton was bankrupt in the early 2000s.
Facts.
And they get it anyway. So somebody like Birdman right up her alley. They ain't these elegant, dainty, women. They straight hood.
Okay, Lou, you got anything on?
She had a talented voice. I had her in my top 10.
Yeah. So you got to have Tony in your top 10 in the 90s.
Yeah, I got her in my top 10. I sent it to you.
Okay, I understand. I understand. It's Wyland, man. It's Wyland. It's not Wyland. There's no name, man. It's Wyland, man. Okay. Wyland is Wyland. You know what I'm saying, man? You got to know yourself. Okay?
Sound like a Haitian shooter. Wyland. Yeah, right.
Here. All right, we moving on. All right, again, before I say this young lady's name and anybody in the comments are talking shit, we are talking about the 90s, not right now. Calm down, killer. I don't feel like hearing it like from y'all. Okay, I just really don't feel like hearing it from y'all. So here we go. Number 7, Miss Beyonce. And before I put Beyonce up on the screen, I'm going to put Destiny's Child of the 90s on the screen.
Man,
everybody who knows me knows if we're talking Destiny's Child, Kelly Rowland is not even talking Destiny's Child. We're just talking women in general. Kelly Rowland is like a pinnacle. But she was still cooking at this time. She was still cooking. When Destiny's Child came out, Beyonce was the grown woman of that group that everybody was searching for. The rappers, the singers, everybody. She was the one that was like, she was the chick that was getting picked up from high school from the 25-year-olds.
Yeah.
We all know a couple of them, right?
Texts.
We all know a couple of them. Beyonce was the one that was getting picked up by her adult boyfriend in high school. Like that's
pretty
who
much.
Beyonce was. But she's number 7 on this list because she was still a fucking kid.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, right? If you pick her now, I still wouldn't put it that high because I just don't have that fondness for Beyonce. But I can understand why she would be much higher today
Now.
because she's Beyonce. But back then, nah. Circuit, what you now, K-Lou, you started off. What you got?
I got her in my top 10. I'm like, shit, it's well deserved. Just like Tony, talented. I'm like, shit, it's not too much. It's fucking Beyonce, bro. Like, nigga, there's really too much to say about that.
It's Beyonce, right?
Shit, bad bitch. I'm like, I can understand if she was ugly,
right?
Couldn't sing. I'm like, shit. I even got J-Lo on my top 10 just because she a bad bitch. But on the same note, we know that she can't sing like that because she ain't no fucking singer.
And you will not be seeing J-Lo on this top 10 list.
She's an entertainer.
I know now.
You will not be seeing J-Lo. I'm sorry. The spoiler alert, J-Lo's not on this shit because you can't fucking sing. All right. Pudge, what you got?
Hey, what do you give us a quick question. What was you at for views? What you say that number was?
Last week?
Just period. Or even last week. What was the number again?
The views was 38,000. I mean 38, not
3,800.
That'd be dope. 3,800.
3,800. All right. I mean, hey, we look like we. I mean, you popping. Why we ain't got nobody calling in? 1-331-771-2409. Let's get engaged. Let's go.
They all hold on. They all in the chat though. They all in the chat.
Oh, okay.
We got
one day we're gonna get somebody to call in. Don't be scared.
We got C. We got
me on camera. It's over.
Let's see. Look, hold on. Let's go to the comments. We said she's not that bad. He was talking about Lauryn Hill, and that's not one of the best albums. So you got somebody agreeing with you, certain money. And then he also says, let's see, he has Tamia, Janet, Michelle, Erica, Adu, and MC Light better be on the list. Well, I guess you have to wait to find out. Threaten me, okay, my boy, because I know where to find you. And fuck the Washington Commanders.
Beyonce just like she was like she hustling though.
No, she was, and Beyonce a freak too. So
right, and they, I guess she got the Cowboy Carter tour going on. She ain't even got here yet, but the merchandise is here, and they got lines around the block at Soldier Field.
You know what pisses me off about Beyonce concerts? I was so happy when that last motherfucking concert ended because if I would have saw one more metallic anything walking around. It was metallic everywhere, and now I was like, "Whew, thank God that's over with." And now I got to see fucking cowboys and shit for the whole next year. I'm like, I can't stand it. I hate.
Hey, as much as I wanted to sound like I maybe want to hate on her, she got album of the year.
Man, get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Hey, I'm just saying, bro.
I'm just saying
though. So okay, because I obviously no one here
like her album.
No one here purchased. I didn't purchase it. I didn't even hear it. So somebody was out there rocking with her for to get the nod.
No, bro, it's because it's Beyonce, and that's just the Grammys is just a fucking popularity contest.
I'm kind of low key being facetious. I get
the labels buy the Grammys.
Yes,
it's not who really deserves it.
Yeah.
Okay, most popular.
All right, we're moving on.
We got the industry inside on here, man. That's why we're gonna have to start referring back.
I'm surprised. I'm ready to see what's number 6.
All right, I'm about to give you what's number 6. Calm down.
No, man, because y'all kept trying to disrespect Beyonce. Y'all want the beehive on your ass.
Hold on one second.
Ooh, right.
Hold on. Let me disrespect you real quick. Muted. You're in 60-second timeout. 60-second timeout, Lewis. Think about your life, and then I'll come back to you. And then, maybe you start over because that tone was aggressive. And that tone was real aggressive.
You take some of that bass out your goddamn.
Some of that bass out your fucking voice. Like that's what I'm saying. So all right, let me bring him back. All right, you did. That was strike one. No, you back, Lewis. All right. Number six is kind of a cheat. It's kind of a cheat. But I don't give a fuck. Because at some point in the 90s, I loved every single one of these motherfuckers as my favorite. So they're all just in there. TLC.
I had chili.
It started.
I had chili.
It started. Hold on. It started for me because let me go to the other picture first, because this is why you can tell how it ends.
Ain't too proud to beg, had me stuck.
Left eye is too. She's not there yet for me yet. She's not there yet. But Chili was good to go. She was right out the box. And then Pudge.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Nope. Hold on, because you know better. Hold on. Go. Hold on. Okay. All right. Mute. Chili was ready to go. And then T-Boz came into her own. And T-Boz came into her own on this picture here. I don't have the other picture when Left Eye hit, but it ended with Left Eye being my favorite. Like, Left Eye is my favorite, but all three of these had my heart at some point. And they were a huge group. They started, like, you wouldn't imagine a group being this small and then blowing up the way they did. I'm going to let Pudge back in, but you go right now. I'm letting Pudge in.
Chili. She could do no wrong. I just knew when I was a shorty, I was like, I'm gonna make all the money and I'm gonna get her. That was the plan. So I agree 100,000%. Each one of them bad. And you know what? The great thing about TLC, each one of them got their own sex appeal. So they all attractive from a physical standpoint, but they all got little things about them that makes them even colder.
Facts.
Go ahead, Pudge.
Okay, I was all in on Left Eye. You know, and back in the 90s, I liked a little bit of crazy with it. T-Boz ain't popped to me till I seen her in Belly playing the domestic role, and Chili, I just couldn't. I looked at Chili like they look at Shorty from
You need another timeout.
For what? Like they looked at Shorty from Ashley from goddammit
Yup, see, timeout.
Fresh Prince.
You tripping.
What?
You tripping. If you say you thought Chili was like the little
it was something to it. It was just something to it for me. But Left Eye, I needed that little bit of crazy. I was like, yeah, buddy. You said it. Well, how invested you got to be to set a nigga house on fire, bro?
That you right. Look, I at the end of the day, when the crapshoot ended, I landed on Left Eye.
Right.
Left Eye's my favorite of the group. I don't know. She's the pinnacle of a light skinned chick, because light skinned chick is always gonna come with that forehead.
Right.
It was something about it. It was something.
Crazy
Hold on, see, you know I ain't lying. You know every light skinned chick that look like they got that same forehead. Like, quit playing. That's classic light skin forehead.
Oh my god!
And to be honest with you, I didn't believe the Chili and Usher. That didn't even look right to me, bro.
I thought it did, but that's the 2000.
I thought it was a good chick.
I couldn't see it, fam. I don't know. I guess.
What I can't see is her current dude. She's with Joey Lawrence from.
Whoa.
She's whoa. But
really?
The other brother,
the younger one. She's with
Matthew Lawrence.
Yeah, Matthew Lawrence.
That's this ain't that. This is him.
Yeah, she's
wow.
She's with Matthew Lawrence.
She look decent now, but she look like auntie, just like somebody's sister, bro.
Look, all right, we about to move on. we go move on, because we get all right. We heading into the top 5. We heading into the top 5.
You want to give us a roundabout from 10 to 5?
Let's rock it out. So number 10, we have Maya. Some people want to debate about putting Brandy in. I'm not mad at the debate of Maya to Brandy, because Brandy does have a bigger category. Number 9, Lauryn Hill. I don't care what nobody say. You got Fugees and you got the Miseducation, and you got what's Sister Act 2. There's just some heat.
Song with Nas.
Yeah, and if I ruled the world with Nas, there's just too much heat with Lauryn to not have her in the top 10. Toni Braxton, a true artist. Can sing. She Pudge said it best. I didn't even think about it. She's like the reincarnation kind of Anita Baker. That's how they was trying to package her. And then number 7, we have Miss Beyonce. And
Carter.
Number 6, TLC. So the top 5. When I go to the top 5, it's a little controversy to me. And I don't want to step on nobody's toes. I don't want to offend nobody, but let me bring up on the stage.
Yeah, that's
bring up on
happens, man.
I don't want look. I understand the dominance that she had, especially to the Mexican culture. And the music is good and she looks good. I'm not dissing Selena at all. I'm not dissing Selena at all. My only gripe about Selena is that sometimes when the legend outshines the truth, you print the legend.
Right.
And if it wasn't for this movie,
man,
if it wasn't for this movie being so good so soon after her death, there wasn't that many years that passed before this movie came out. People get confused that this isn't Selena. Like they don't. This is J-Lo. Like this is J-Lo. They had a Puerto Rican play a Mexican. That was a big controversy thing. But this movie was so damn good. It just played into the legacy of Selena. Again, I'm not dissing her. I know what it means when she was working on that all English album and all that. And she got bangers on that album. I just don't know, would she be such a megastar if it wasn't for, it's like the Marilyn Monroe effect. You know what I'm saying? If Marilyn Monroe didn't die and we would have saw Marilyn Monroe get old and crusty, would we care about Marilyn Monroe like we do? I'll move on from that. Anybody can pick
Can I take this?
Yeah, you got it.
All right, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Selena was my number one. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, all right, and then you got it.
And if she hadn't, if she hadn't met her untimely demise,
what's that clicking noise?
She'll still be.
Are you clicking with a pen, Pudge?
Yeah, that's me. I apologize. She'll still be rocking.
You got nervous?
No. She'll still be rocking right now. So that's gonna take away money from. Obviously, it wouldn't be no Jennifer Lopez. She'll still be dancing. Now, the only other one like Gloria Estefan, like I mean, it's a lot of other people that ended up shining that got real money.
Gloria was already there. Gloria was already there.
Shakira was already there too. What are you talking about?
But I'm just saying, Selena will still be popping right now. That was that, and then in the music that she was doing, what is it, Tejano? Bro, that's a whole nother. She could have got money in Texas.
I don't have enough experience to talk on it, so I'm not going to talk on it. No. I just think she definitely got a catapult. As far as now, she might have, because you got to remember that music wasn't mainstream. So yes, for Mexican Americans and in Mexico, she's a massive star, but we didn't get to the point here yet where she's about to blow. And so when she came out with, what's the name of that song?
Bitty Bitty Bamba.
Bitty Bamba, but it was another one that slow one that she did.
Late at night when all the birds.
Yeah, that one. Yes, it wasn't that when she, but it's. I don't know. R.I.P. to her. I just think the myth of her. Hey, she's top 5. Look, she's in top 5. In the 90s, you got to put it in top 5. But I just think because I don't know if it's because of the myth or not. Kayla, you got anything to say on it?
Nah, she wasn't even in my top 10. I had Shakira.
I don't know where you got Shakira in your top 10 in the 90s, my boy. Like,
yeah. And she way much better looking than Selena.
Bro, but you're in the wrong decade. Shakira.
Man, go look at her pictures. Boy, she was
I'm not saying that Shakira's not bad. I'm just saying she didn't have no hits in the 90s, man. You keep she has, yes. Was she recording music in the 90s? Yes. Did she have any hits in the 90s? No.
She was on the South American tour though, because Shakira getting money now. And I didn't know she was that old. Shakira 50 plus, bro. You forget about that. She was popping still.
She was not. She was
a short.
Hold on. Anybody, one person, give me one Shakira song from the 90s.
Casa.
What?
Casa.
Sing it.
Oh, okay. So you know.
Sing it.
I can't sing it. I don't speak that much Spanish.
Words. Anything.
He said house.
Casa.
Yeah, okay.
That's all you need.
Exactly.
Yeah, Casa, that's all you need.
Exactly. Moving on. We in the top 4. All right. Let's do a check. I ain't gonna tell you if y'all wrong or right or wrong in it, but Who do y'all think is the number 4?
Janet Jackson.
All right, who you got, C?
Mariah Carey.
All right, who you got, Pudge?
My number 4 was Brandy. Actually, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Okay, well, you know that's wrong. So how about
Yeah,
we?
that's definitely pop. That's definitely
Oh,
pop.
what? Probably was Aaliyah.
I don't see one guess, my boy. One guess. Stop.
Oh, but I can guess. I can guess you one though. Can I guess one since I already gave up the ghost?
I just told you to guess.
Erykah Badu.
Okay, let's go. Negative. It is Britney, bitch. That's like it is Britney. It is Britney.
You know what? Quinn, let me take this one real quick, bro. I appreciate
you. Go ahead.
When this, I ain't gonna even lie to you, bro. I used to work at Best Buy, and when they had this on the roll, I was like, "Who is this little thick ass white chick?" Back when she was looking healthy and shit, when she was healthy, but for now she looked like she trailer park trash.
We're talking 90s.
I know. This was what, 98, 99?
This is 96. This is
Was it that early?
This is 96. This is school. We're the same. We're the same age as Britney Spears. Like
that's crazy.
This is Catholic girls' school.
Yeah, they had this on a loop, bro. I mean, and people was literally coming in, staring at the TV, looking at it. I'm like, damn. So I'm like, she ain't. And you get to hearing it all day. You walk past, I'm like, maybe she is. Maybe she is. And how Justin stole that, man, that was a travesty.
That was a fabricated relationship that turned into a thing.
Jesus.
But all right, what you got, Kalu?
So, if I did the math correctly in my head, that means that the last 3 fucking people is either gonna be Janet, Mariah, and Mary J. Blige. Because if you don't have those 3 and Aaliyah, so that means one of them is not gonna make it in the top 10. So Maya and their ass some of them, Tony and them gotta go.
He mad about that shit.
He said, Tony,
he mad about that shit. He is mad about that
if
shit.
If we go down the list, you got Maya in the top 10, and you got Britney Spears that can't even sing like Mary J. Blige.
Can you give Britney Spears her 90s respect and tell me what you think about Britney Spears? Can you give it?
She's okay. Like she. Like I think that she should be in the top 10.
I'm sorry. Let me pause you. Lewis. Fellas, again, it's not just the looks. Do I think Britney Spears looks better than Maya? No. But are we gonna sit here and act like Britney Spears wasn't one of the icons of the 90s? She had music in a chokehold. She had people buying Catholic schoolgirl outfits, wearing their hair like her. Like you cannot shit on Britney Spears. Yes, is she crazy as fuck now? But yes, she is. In the 90s, she is the Taylor Swift of the 90s.
Facts.
That's what do you think about Mary J. Blige then?
Are we talking about Mary J. Blige? Are we talking about? Do you see Mary J? Do you see Auntie Boots on the screen anywhere?
No, because I'm gonna have to question the other people that's on the top 10 if we're saying this, because the last 2. A little bit of controversy.
Well, we're gonna get a rundown. We get to do a rundown.
We're gonna let Cirque move. You know, I want to let y'all know. Let me take Brittany out. I'm gonna tell y'all little nigga something real quick.
Kevin Federline.
I want to let y'all know how much smoother this shit runs when I have estrogen on the show. Females, y'all niggas ain't shit. I can't have a smooth show for nothing. I ask y'all questions. Just answer the fucking questions. Y'all see me? I got my I'm trying to be cool because I got my Wayland wig on right now. But y'all making my shit throwing up. I need some answer the fucking questions. Stop all this back and forth shit. Now Brittany's on here. We talking about Brittany. We about to move the fuck on. God damn.
All right, cool. Let's hurry up and move on.
I said we're gonna have a fellas night. I was like, we gotta kick the ladies off, and we're gonna have a fellas night, and we about to get it cracking. And y'all ain't shit. Y'all ain't shit. Sorry.
All right, so we got Brittany at what? 4?
Don't make me move on. Because I'm talking about yourself. Because I'm telling you about yourself. Don't make me move on. Maybe I don't want to talk. Maybe I still want to tell y'all about yourselves. You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna tell you about yourself on the big screen. If you tap that pin one more motherfucking time,
I'm not even tapping it anymore. That's not me, bro.
If you take that little jug and stomp it on your table, me and you are gonna have some fucking words. God damn. All right, can we get back to the list? My rant is over. Waylon out, man. God. All right, number.
Oh shit!
My way looking crazy now. Number 3. Hey, C, can you give me a buffer while I'm loading up the picture because I forgot.
I had Britney on my list. 97 when Baby One More Time came out.
Y'all wow.
I was stuck, and I was like, "Oh, that's old girl from the Mickey Mouse Club."
Yeah.
Looking like this, I'm like, "Oh, she definitely got it." Shorty is bad. Everybody can say what they want to say, but like Waylon said, we talking about the 90s.
The 90s.
You cannot, without a fraction of doubt, you can't say that Britney did not have the game in the chokehold.
Yeah.
She was a real triple threat. Looks, talent, and a great work ethic.
And then she got ran through by a dancer that had her ass on child support for 20
That's
years.
The 2000s. That's the 2000s.
Ran off on the plug twice.
Damn it, you're gonna make me lose my hair. By the time this is over, I'm gonna be bald. Like shit.
Oh, shit.
All right. Are y'all ready for number 3?
Yeah,
all right, we gonna go to number 3 right now. We in the top 3, so this is the nitty gritty. I'm not even gonna put the name up of the band. I'm just gonna throw the picture up there. Number 3 is Baby Girl. You gotta put Baby Girl in there.
Page letter.
You gotta put Baby Girl in there. See,
Man,
you look. Look. Let me start with Baby Girl because you got first album produced by R. Kelly.
Yes, sir.
Phenomenal. Back, forth and forth. Yeah. Age ain't nothing but a number. Yeah. And then her follow-up, 1 in a Million, produced by Timbaland and written by Missy Elliott. Like it was just a perfect storm of production and singing talent. I have always said if Aaliyah stays alive, Beyonce is not as big as she is.
Yes, sir.
I'm not saying Aaliyah can sing is like Beyonce, she can't, but that presence, that sex appeal, and Aaliyah was already in the movies too.
Mm-hmm.
Beyonce can't act for shit. I don't care what nobody says.
No.
Aaliyah had the triple package as far as everything goes with that. So I will move it on. Circuit, you got it.
Oh no, she's definitely top 3, and I agree with you 1,000%. Beyonce would not be Beyonce if y'all remember. Well, when MTV used to do like the spring break things, Beyonce, when she was still a Destiny Child, she was like the little nigga, the little sister to Aaliyah. She was starstruck when she saw Aaliyah on the red carpet. Aaliyah definitely was gonna be way bigger than what a Beehive think Queen Bee is. I ain't even gonna keep going about Beyonce because I don't want to.
Yeah, we ain't talking about Beyonce.
Yeah.
I only got you muted, Push, because I hear your mom's in the background drinking the water. So once that's done, I'll bring you back. K-Lou, tell me something about Aaliyah.
I'm like, shit, she a top 10 chick of all time. Shit, keep it 100.
Of all time.
I just didn't like the fact that she's with Dame Dash, but I get it. Money talks, bullshit walks. But
she got passed around.
Talent-wise, amazing. Because wasn't she supposed to be in the Matrix too?
She was supposed to be in the Matrix. Away? Yep. Jada Pinkett's you back, Push. Jada Pinkett's role was supposed to be Aaliyah, but Aaliyah passed, so they gave it to Jada Pinkett. But yeah, she was blowing, like she was really on the verge of you didn't have to like this. You could easily say this is the same thing as Selena, but you didn't have to think that because Aaliyah was actually already actively blowing up. She was in feature movies. She had multiple albums out. Like she had already crossed over on that path. What you got, Pudge?
She was only 22 when she passed away, bro.
Crazy.
That's crazy as hell. And like you said, she was with Dame Dash, which I didn't see. Again, man, sir, you might have to take this. I mean, you can probably elaborate on this, bro. Even looking at it, going back, I'm looking at a lot of these pictures. She was only 22 when she passed away. She was with Hove, Dame Dash, and then it's a gang of niggas on here.
Kales.
That's crap. Kales don't count. You ought to smack yourself for that. Actually, you need to put
Wait,
yourself
why doesn't Kales count? He brought her into the industry. I'm not. Look, I'm not saying she wasn't young. I'm just saying she was wicked. Okay, you are silly if you don't think all these motherfuckers are in the same circle. You don't. You don't think Hove got to Beyonce before she was an adult? Quit playing.
Of course he did.
Of course he did. He got to Aaliyah before she was adult.
Damn, man, that's crazy.
Dame might be the only one that actually got to her after she was older.
Dame loved her though. Dame was in love with her. Like that was his.
He was.
That was, man. But I just can't, bro. You already with the bro, but then I guess. But again, like you said, G, they be in the same circle. I don't know. I mean, sir, you can probably elaborate on that because you can probably seen it firsthand how they be moving.
I mean, it ain't no different from how you see these chicks now that be with 100 different athletes and entertainers.
Larsa Pippen. Come on, Drea, whatever her name is. Like, I mean, it's no difference. But the only difference is that Aaliyah didn't need them. That was just her prerogative. She was already a bona fide star. She didn't need them. She just shit. You know, you never know what happened. She's top 10. She's top 10.
That was my number 10. I could definitely Leah was popping. But 4-page letter got me. I still listen to that to this day, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
All right, well, good talk. All right, we had the top 2. Moving on. Top 2.
You want to do a rundown before we want to do a rundown?
I just did a rundown.
Okay, I'm just asking. I was just making sure.
Rundown. We can guess who the top 2 is. Who y'all think the number 1 is? Who's not the top 2? Who you think is the number 1 with the people that's left?
Man, Janet.
Lewis say Janet's number 1. Who you got, Push?
I got Faith.
Who did you say?
Faith.
What the fuck?
Hold on. Did you say Faith Evans is number 1?
No, I said 2-1, man. I said Faith, bro. I'm gonna say Faith. Faith is my number 7.
I'm sick of this shit. What did you say?
Faith Evans.
What did you say?
Man, I'm here to shake things up, man. I'm here to shake things up, bro.
Oh,
was that really was that a real guess?
Man,
I'm confused.
It's either Janet or Mariah.
You can't be. Oh, he was talking about numbers. Right. I was going straight off. I'm just, man, come on, man. You telling me when you seen Faith, you wasn't like, ooh.
Bro, no.
Stop it.
Faith is not. She doesn't have the. All right, you know what? No. I'm definitely if I'm gonna go that route, I'm definitely putting Mary in. Mary would be in here before.
Yeah, Faith. Definitely, of course.
Mary would be in here before Faith.
So, why would you say of course, but then have
the audacity?
Look, I'm
hey,
moving
Corey,
on.
what you was talking about earlier, that's who he is. When you was doing the vampire thing.
He's an energy vampire.
Man, we got to press. You got to move the needle here, bro.
He said he's an energy vampire. All right, number 2 on the list. Number 2 on the list. When we say what number 2 is, that means we're gonna know who number 1 is. So just keep who you know who number 1 is after I post this shit. There's no need to say it. We're gonna give number 2 her flowers. Number 2 on the list is Miss Janet, if you're nasty.
Janet Jackson.
Janet Jackson, if you're nasty. Like, she already made the last list. So this is a dual threat. She had the movies. She's got the music. Like, Janet Jackson is that dude, not that dude, is that female in the 90s. Right. And the crazy part about it is the only reason that she's number 2 and not number 1 is because the other one beat her in record sales. That was the only thing that I could do to break the tie of it. But Cirque Money, tell me about Janet a little bit.
I think I'm drooling just a little bit because
Wasn't he?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Hold on. The fact that the nipple piercing is on the outside of the shirt is kind of wild. Go ahead.
Jesus.
Janet is timeless. She honestly, she'll be cold in any decade.
Yeah.
That's why she was on the list last week. A woman with looks like this and always had that humble energy. Ever since she was Penny on
Good Times.
On Good Times.
Nuh-uh, mama. Look at that.
Janet she just
it's
got
Janet.
it, bro.
It's Janet. We ain't got. It's not even the fact that she is a Jackson because LaToya tried it. She couldn't fucking do it. Like Janet is a talent on her own merit. She just they just happen to be able to pull out a Michael and a Janet in the same family. Because like I give Janet as much props as I give Michael. Like they're as good on their own. She's not a copy of Michael. She has her own style of music. She has her own genre. Like, but she's just as much a superstar. What you got, K-Lou?
That tattoo that she got right there.
Yep. Okay. Yep. You know, say little, leave it at that. I get you.
Yep.
He's like, guys, get you say a lot. Yeah, Janet is hold on.
It's gonna be okay, brother. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay.
Is it my turn yet?
Go ahead, Pudge.
Man, Janet Jackson, from Penny to Charlene on Different Strokes. She was cold. Charlene on Different Strokes to Poetic Justice. Come on, fam. You not Poetic Justice and Pop G. That made her think that made Muggs look at her like, you know what, she's attainable. I can get that far. But then Jermaine Dupri, I didn't believe that when I seen it with two eyes, bro.
Hey, I would.
I mean,
like
I'm
I
saying,
said earlier, money talk, bullshit walk.
Yeah, you fat, but the Jack, come on, fam. You telling me?
Yeah,
what type of money? What type of money did she have? Did Jermaine have that her brother didn't have, bro?
But you just said her
like
brother.
You said her brother.
Yeah,
you said right. No, you know what? Correction. You absolutely correct. You right.
I'm like Michael Jackson. He made Thriller. I'm like,
man, didn't need to make nothing else.
I don't need to hear nothing else.
Right.
Like when y'all mentioned the Lauryn Hill thing, I was like, all right, cool. Let me compare that to Thriller. No,
that's come on, nigga. Female artist though, bro. You got to go female artist though.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, we put people that should be in that top 10, but we didn't put Mary J. Blige in that top 10
because she shouldn't be in there.
Yeah, she hold on. Okay, Lou. I love Mary J. Blige, especially 90s Mary J. Blige. 411. What's the 411? Like, if anybody, if you told me let's do a battle, ain't nobody fucking with Mary J. Blige in a battle. Ain't nobody. Ain't nobody. Ain't no female fucking with Mary J. Blige in a battle. I can play What's the 411 and just call it a day and not even have to play another album, honestly, because I can play that whole thing. But again, there's more to it. She did. That's just, again, we talking global. We talking global records, global numbers, the sex appeal stuff. Mary J. Blige wasn't there. Mary J. Blige was somewhere in the back of a limousine doing coke with Casey. Like that ain't it. That wasn't the move. All right, let's go to number one.
I seen her in concert. G. The Velvet Rope Tour was the best concert I've been to by a female, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's a great story. And if y'all want to hear it, go back to last week's episode or 2 weeks ago, and you can hear Pudge's story about the Velvet Rope.
Oh, I did. You absolutely
did. Tell us about
so you do be listening to me, Queen. I like that in you, bro.
Yep. It's at 30. Like it's at 3,500 views. So maybe we can get to 3,600 on that episode. So if you want to hear what Pudge said about Janet Jackson,
let's get it.
But we about to go to the number one. Yeah, we all know who the number one is, but they had to change her image before she went number one. So I'm gonna do her original image when nobody gave a shit. This is the number one artist of the 90s. This is the one that did not get to play. But guess what? Guess who got a hold of her? He's currently at trial right now for freak offs.
Take that.
He got a hold of her. He got a hold of her, and they made honey. Ironically, they made honey. And they changed her whole fucking image, and they straightened that hair out. They made it a little bit more hood. They had the remix for Old Dirty Bastard. They had the remix with the locks. They changed her whole image.
Yeah.
And not Mary J. Blige, Mariah Carey is I believe she's the all-time selling in the 90s. It's either her or Celine Dion, but I think it's Mariah Carey. I'm almost positive it's Mariah Carey. Yeah. It's you can't stack her against the numbers. You can't say the chick don't look good. You're lying. Everybody wanted Mariah, especially when I don't even have the Rainbow video or CD cover, because she's in her pinnacle on Rainbow. Like Honey was just the stepping stone. She came out with Rainbow in the 90s, and then we only staying in the 90s. But if I bring out the Emancipation of Mimi, that album is furious. That's a serious album. And to be honest, I can't stand Mariah Carey, but I'm gonna give her props. So
first things first, she definitely took Tommy Mottola to the bank. So that was the first 150 million that she paid the stats with. I'm not mad at her. She was cold, and then she had that voice. But then she dropped All I Want for Christmas Is You. Yep. If that is not, bro, there is no.
Hold on, Pudge. I don't mean to cut you off. Yeah, but Jay just said that in the comments, and she still makes money off of the Christmas song every year. Not only does she make money off, Mariah Carey makes $3 million every Christmas for that one song. So we just talking about, you think about Mariah Carey's entire catalog. Mariah Carey makes $3 million off of one song every year. She doesn't have to do anything but do her little Christmas concert and then go back into hibernation. That's how iconic this chick is on it. Like it's ridiculous. Like, as much as I would love to put Janet as number one, I can't because Mariah Carey exists. Go ahead, K-Lou.
I'm like, shit, it is what it is.
Good answer. Okay.
He said it is what it is. The numbers speak for themselves. You have to say nothing. Yeah. What do you want to say? Look at her.
Go ahead.
I'm like, shit. I'm like, I had her in my top 5 to begin with.
Yes, sir.
Artists like Mariah, Ashanti, and Mary J. Blige, they all are typically the same artists in a sense. They all, I'm gonna tell you how. Because they all snuck in through the hip hop route in terms of remixes or getting on hip hop beats to get that crossover appeal. Now, Mariah's the only one that can sing out of all three of them. But essentially, they all snuck in the game and got their popularity.
Yeah, nobody was rocking with curly hair Mariah. Like that was a certain genre.
Albums, though.
Of course, she's gonna sell albums, but that didn't make her. She needed that hip hop launch. This version of Mariah was a great singer, but they had her singing like a old soulful woman. There was no sex appeal to it. They added
30 seconds real quick.
Go ahead, you got it.
I think the only reason I agree with you, but I kind of disagree with you too, because her husband was running Sony. You telling me he wasn't pushing that? He wasn't pushing the vibes on?
You're missing the point though. Like she nobody's saying that she can't sing. She did have hits.
Right.
She did have hits.
Okay, well, but she didn't blow into the crossover.
Let me take this real quick.
You got it.
Curly hair Mariah couldn't compete with Whitney at that time.
Correct.
Whitney was still crushing the game when Mariah was still curly hair Mariah. So it didn't matter what Tommy Mottola was doing with Sony or Columbia. And to double back on how you saying she whopped Tommy Mottola for that bread, but you got to remember, he got all that money back because he still owned the label.
Right.
So all that money that she got in the divorce settlement, he got all that money back. It wasn't nothing but like charging the credit card and paying the interest. So
and you know what too? Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm thinking the curly hair Mariah. They didn't. I'm all now. This is just me. Again, I'm just an ignorant motherfucker who just throwing shit on the wall, seeing what's stick. I think they was trying to get her more to the mainstream, but then she came out that she was mixed. They was like, "Oh, okay, let's go ahead, let's go hit you on the R&B and rap." And then when she was talking, man, she get these features.
Mariah only says that she's, and she doesn't say it. Mariah only admits that she's black by proximity. When she's on a remix with a black person, that's when you're like, oh yeah, Mariah's black. That's Mariah is not. Mariah does not claim her shit like that. Does she hang out with black people? Yes, but she's one of those people. Like if it was slave days, she'd be like, I don't know what you're talking about. I ain't with
mulatto.
She rocks out because again, she needs the hip hop genre to throw her to the stratosphere. Again, I'm not knocking Mariah. Mariah is a talented artist. She's an amazing singer. She has the voice and she has the sex appeal that puts her on this list. She's one of the shit. Is there a better singer on the list? On the top 10 list than Mariah Carey? As far as singing? No. So she's the best singer on the list. She's got the most album sales.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think she sings better than Whitney, but I only had Whitney as an honorable mention. But if you mix in sex appeal, album sales, and talent, then Mariah Carey should be number one on the list.
Absolutely.
Based off that criteria. Okay. You know what?
That was a good list. That was definitely a good list.
I'm gonna run down the top 10. I'm just gonna say it out loud. I'm not gonna bring the pictures up.
No, that's all good.
Top 10. We had 10, Maya. We had number 9. Let me take right off. Please stop tapping, Pud.
That's not me, bro.
Oh, Lewis is on the keyboard. Look at him. I see him because he's reading. My bad, Push. Number 9, Lauryn Hill.
Mm-hmm.
Number 8, Toni Braxton. Number 7, Beyonce. Don't come at me, Beehive. Beehive didn't even exist at this point. Number 6, TLC. Every single one of them.
One of them. All of them.
All of them. Number 5, Selena, the real one, or J-Lo, whichever one you want to pick. 4, Britney Spears, because yeah. Number 3, Aaliyah, R.I.P. Baby girl. Number 2, Janet, and number 1, Mariah.
Listen, Mariah Carey.
Our world, we won't stop. Mariah, you on fire. Well, that is the end of the top 10 90s music and the weekend review. Free my nigga Puffy. Just because he a freak don't need to be mean he behind bars. Because we go through probably some of a lot of people watching phones. Y'all did some worse shit and doing worse shit.
Hey, Quinn, how you get
Lewis in the basement right now, so you know
how much oil do you need to fill up a motherfucking tub, bro?
As much as I can buy.
How that work out, fam? He said a lot. Baby oil and Astroglide. That is wild.
As much as I need. If I can buy it, if I can think it, I can build it.
Hey, let me ask you a quick question.
Yeah.
You seen what happened to Chris Brown?
This better not be new, bro.
Hey, you fucking up my news for upcoming episodes. Stop talking. Yes, I did, but that doesn't fit into this week.
My bad.
Don't fuck my format up. I need all the juicy guys.
So you went from Welling to Son Call Me Quinn now?
Who's Welling? Some Call Me Quinn. On the I Snuck in Here podcast. Anyway, hey, we about to jet up out of here. Shit, it's time to go in. Hey, it was a good show, my boys. I look, I love y'all, but I need the females back. I hate y'all at the same time. I love and hate y'all at the same time.
Here you go, man. You
all right, hey, K. Lou, I'll let you go first, man. Hey, shout out whoever you need to shout out. Tell the people where they can find you. Say some good shit. Hey, you got some good news, my boy. Tell the world what just happened to you.
Oh shit! I just got my CDLs and shit. I want to give shouts out to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody out south, everybody in the shot. You know what I'm saying? And shit, let's get this money.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Pudge Illa,
Hey,
let them know where they can find you.
you can find me everywhere. But look out for the I don't know shit. But I tell you what I do know. Podcast. Husky Eats. What you got in the kitchen? What you cooking?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Be on the lookout for that. This motherfucker been trying. I was like, look, we gonna do it. If you're gonna do it, do it.
Do you want it or not, man? You want it or not?
Like for real. Like I can only take you to the motherfucking lake. I can't make you drink. Shit.
I can lead a water player.
I can't make you drink.
Water player.
Cirque money. Let the world know where they can find you.
You can find me on all platforms at Cirque Money. That's it.
Hey, and you know, I'm your boy. Some call me Quinn. Hey, shout out to Wiley for holding it down. Shout out to Wiley for holding it down for the episode. I'm late to the party, but hey,
I got one more.
God.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I apologize, Quinn.
No, please, Pudge. Please, Pudge.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to my man Ty Skull for the major accomplishment out there in this world, fam. Now I know I can't get my haircut, but there you go, boy.
You couldn't say that when it was your time.
Hey, I forgot about it, man. I forgot about it. I apologize.
All right. Can I go now?
Go right ahead, sir.
Okay, thank you. Make sure you go to the YouTube page. We are posting the link. Like, subscribe, follow. We are really trying to migrate over to the YouTube channel. Of course, we're always going to be on the Facebook, but we're trying to get a lot of traction on the YouTube because YouTube does not delete the episodes and Facebook does delete the episodes. So it just makes things a lot smoother. So if you rock with us, please follow us over there. That's the main attraction. But other than that, we are not going to be on next Thursday because that is the start of the Memorial Day weekend. But we will be back the following week after that. And then a lot of things coming up. Like you just said, Pudge's podcast coming up. And then we got the She Snuck in here coming. The date is officially June 12th. We getting off the screen because clearly we don't know what the fuck we doing. So we gonna get off the screen. It's gonna be all the females. We gonna have Sugar. We gonna have Shamara. We gonna have Xavier. We gonna have Kyla. They all gonna take over the screen for the next hour and a half, and they just gonna rock out. So I'm real excited about that. But again, thank y'all for listening to the top 10 baddies of the 90s. This is the I Snuck in Here podcast. And when you sneak out, please don't get caught by the cops. Peace.
Later.